Speaking of Liam Neeson, Excalibur, right? That also had Patrick Stewart, welcome to my castle, you know?
That was very good.
Yeah. And my older Patrick Stewart is better.
Is it? Okay. So
Yes, because the older Patrick Stewart takes his time when he tells you about how it was wonderful shooting Star Trek Next Generation because we were so coked up that, I mean, we must have murdered dozens of hookers. It was great.
Yeah, that deserves a run. I was wondering about those numbers, yeah.
I love this. The kids are clapping. Like, yeah, you know what? I should not have made those jokes. That's not. It's my fault. This is my fault. I'm sorry, young man. I shouldn't have spoken of all of the blow and drugs that we did on the Enterprise set. It's not appropriate. That's my problem.
And from what I read, you're also really into RPGs as well.
It's definitely into role-playing games. Yeah.
Do you remember the first one that you ever played?
Yeah, D&D. Yeah. Yeah. That was during the Satanic Panic. That was good times. Because if you take the books, apparently if you threw them in the fire, which, you know, they were encouraging you to burn your books, that's always a great thing. But, you know, if you threw your books in the fire, they would scream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So. Can you tell us a little bit about your characters that you play?
Well, I was usually the dungeon master.
Oh, you, okay.
Yeah. So my character was God. I don't know.
Satanic Panic, what a time to be alive.
It was great. It was really cool. I had my entire really well curated D&D collection confiscated. That was awesome.
By who?
Parents.
Who?
Okay. No, it was crazy. Like they really did believe. They're like, do you understand what this is? This is training to be a Satanist. There are cults out there right now that are killing goats in the middle of fields and stuff. I mean, like they actually believed this stuff. They're like, there's satanic cults that are everywhere, and they all want you to play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's great.
And they're like, I just think it's a good, and in the meantime, what were we really doing? Not doing drugs. Right. And we were like, instead of running around and being like, oh yeah, we're drinking beer and driving around like our parents did, we were hanging around going, you missed the orc, but then he stands up and he's coming after you. That was what we were doing. And learning how to work together, learning how to cooperate. And they're like, that's Satanism. Cut, 20 years before, they're like, yeah, they're just cruising. I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen? They were nuts. The stuff that I've heard that my parents did, be like, you guys were bad people. Like 100%. We were cool. We were like, but God forbid if we grew out our hair and played D&D. They're like,
Yeah, it's like if only the Westminster Three had played a little more D&D, they wouldn't be where they were, right?
Yeah, I don't even know who they were, but I agree with you.
Oh, that's a whole, okay, we'll talk about that later. And I know also, concurrently, you also love music, singing, all that fun stuff too. So during this Satanic Panic, was that the type of music you were doing, or what kind of music were you doing?
Yeah, eventually, yeah. That was one of the things about Stranger Things season 4 is that the Eddie character, I'm like, that's Chuck, that's my buddy. Like, I knew that guy. I was actually kind of that guy also, because I was a sort of a copy of my mentor who was like this guy who was a senior in high school when I was in 8th grade, and he sort of took me under his wing. And he was kind of the Obi-Wan if I was Anakin, And to this day, one of my best friends, like one of the most influential people in my life. But if you saw this guy, all of the parents are like, he's bad news. He's got long hair and he plays the guitar, the electric guitar, not the nylon strings, Simon and Garfunkel. No, but he looked like death. But in my experience, it was always those guys you're gonna be like, hey man, and they're playing music. You'd be like, you guys do drugs? No. Why would we do that? Let's play some music, So they were always like the most chilled out, cool, nice people, at least in my experience. But they looked like they would kill you. And then I became one of them, and they were like, you look like Charles Manson. And I was like, thanks for that.
What a compliment. For sure. Justice for Eddie.